Good evening. We were going to do a totally different video. I was going to do the unboxing of drum roll,
The greenhouse.
the greenhouse.
But I'm still pissed.
He's very pissed. I'm turning this right over to him and let him say what he may. So, this is a different video. The greenhouse has to wait.
Yeah, it's not on the same subject, but in relative to, but it's not insurance. So we're listening to a YouTuber today. And
Several of them.
Several. I really don't have all the statistics. Don't need to. It's just the situation that is what matters.
But you know personally.
Yeah, I'm saying what they're talking about. How this guy, what was his name? Sis?
Oh, who cares? It was an illegal immigrant. Bottom line.
How he got his license with getting 2 questions out of 20 right and only knowing 2 English words. That means he can't read the signs on the road, right? And he did not jackknife. He did an illegal U-turn, okay?
Oh, they said he jackknifed?
Yeah, someone was saying he jackknifed.
Yeah,
that was
no.
probably the woke. Listen, this is the kind of crap that gets me. And all the snowflakes and all these soft shoulders need to straighten your shit out. I don't care what you think, because you got nothing better to do than try to pat an illegal on the ass and make them comfortable. Okay? I busted my ass to get my CDL. I went through weeks of training. I had to take tests over and over, not the same test, just different tests, to even approach getting my CDL.
Well, you had to go to school, right? And it costs mega.
You don't have to go to school if you got somebody that'll train you, but yeah, I went to school.
A lot of people do go to school, and it's thousands of dollars.
Yes. Back 30 years ago, I went, and it was over $2,000. Okay?
Now, for that.
And I did 6 weeks training. You do not go out in a truck by yourself until they know that you can handle what you need to do.
That, by the way, I didn't know what state it was. It was California.
California.
That handed him his CDL.
Right.
Handed.
Which 49% of the CDL drivers are foreigners. Okay? I got nothing with
that many?
That's what he said. I have no problem with foreigners driving. I have no problem with foreigners being here. A lot of things are done right. I used to work with a guy when I drove charter buses that was Russian. They went through 6 months of training before they even were allowed to drive on their own. Okay? I don't have a problem with that. And he was a great guy. All right? I have a problem with these guys walking in and these states just handing them shit.
Well, they did say, if I remember correctly, the companies have a big hand in bringing over the illegal immigrants and hiring them to drive for them. How they're doing it, I don't know if you remember. You heard that, or when I heard that, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Well, yeah, they're going to hire them because they don't have to pay them as much money. All right, that's why they hire them. So that means that they have the foreign staff, so they can communicate. But when they get out on the road on their own,
so I wonder if they help them get their CDL.
I don't think they need no help. I think the state just hands it to them. Right? And I'm pissed. I have to go through a bunch of bullshit every year to keep my license. Okay? I have to do this. I have to do that. You have to do that. And if you don't, you lose your license, your CDL.
And he has time limits too.
And
I see it every year.
these people come in, walk through DMV, wherever they go, take the test that they fail, walk up to the counter and get their license and step into a truck. How do you do that? I really want to know how you do that. I don't understand it. But if I have one little thing wrong, oh, no, you got to correct that before you can do anything. Really? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But don't tell me as a citizen that I got to do this, and then you allow these people to come in and drive. And you know why? They tell the people like me? Because they don't care, because they have 500 more sitting in line to do the job. That's why.
I think there's plenty of Americans that really want to become truck drivers in all aspects, drivers in general, and do go to school and do the right thing and do pay mega bucks.
Right.
And they don't seem to hire them out of schools. They got to go through hoops, and it's almost like, why go to school?
And these guys come in, the only thing they're worried about, you got drivers that are on the road trying to make a living and take care of their family, and they're looking forward to getting back to their families. Excuse me. You got guys like this that come in and are only worrying about sending money home.
To the country.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's 3 people dead because of this guy.
God rest their soul.
They shouldn't have been there. How many other incidents have happened that we haven't heard about?
That's true.
Fine.
But honestly, I mean, me personally, I can't speak because I'm not a law enforcement officer. I'm not a DOT officer. If I pulled over somebody and they couldn't speak English, I would more than likely start looking into, okay, who are you? Where are you from? And ICE would be called in right away.
But up until now, I don't know how it is now, they couldn't do that.
Oh.
But you're talking Biden. If they're let in illegally, they're given the license illegally. What do you think is going to happen if you got a trooper that's going, hey, we might have a problem here?
I mean, if you got somebody who can't even say, the company that you drive for, or don't speak English, there's nothing they can do. Like, they can't look into it and say, wait a minute, do you have other documentation besides your driver's license? I know, like, even when you go to certain places, not even with driving, do you have other identification besides your driver's license? And we have to provide it. Can't they say, do you have your visa or
this is the thing. It's federally regulated. If somebody is caught doing something, when I used to drive charter bus, if somebody's caught doing something on the bus that they shouldn't be doing, depending on what it is, and no, I'm not talking murder, they could get up to 30 years because they get arrested and charged federally.
Meaning the passengers?
Yeah,
okay.
The passengers.
Ooh.
So, you get what I'm saying? How can these guys come in and get a federally regulated position and not be thoroughly vetted? Tell me. Somebody come out and tell me. Okay? Because I'm getting so fed up with this shit. It's ridiculous. All right? I asked people the last video, yeah, you don't want to talk, that's your business. They'll write me if you ever had the experience. Maybe you never had the experience with the insurance. Well, I'm asking you now. If you are or were a truck driver, or a bus driver, have you ever had this kind of experience? Are you like pushed into a corner and these people just stroll in and take the jobs?
Well, it's scary even driving next to a big truck. I try to avoid it at all costs because I don't know what that vehicle is going to do. It's a lot bigger than my truck.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I back the hell up. Like, I don't care because I get scared. You know, they can drift over in your lane, and which most of the time they do. They don't give a rat's butt. But
oh, no, you're talking out of turn.
I'm talking out of experience.
Well, maybe but
you know what I mean.
Most drivers are very conscious of what they're doing. See, and that's the thing. You get the 2 or 3% that are that way, and then it screws up for the other 97% that do what they're actually supposed to do.
There's a lot more illegal drivers than now.
Well, yeah.
Than what they're saying. There has to be. And I don't know.
It's to the point now. And look at it. All right, let's put this in perspective here. Okay. Let's see what everybody can relate to. You're a computer tech. Okay. You used to making $250,000 a year. All right. Now, I'm not familiar with what they make. That might be top scale. That might be low scale. I don't know. I'm just using a figure. And now they're telling you, they're not telling you verbally, but they're letting you know. Either you're going to drop down to 125,000, or we'll find other people and have other people that'll come in here for 75,000. All right. Relate to that and to being a truck driver or a bus driver where you're at my age, I should be the high end scale. Well, no, I'm not, because they have all these other drivers coming in. Well, supposedly drivers, and I don't expect to make $1 million a year, but I should be at a higher scale than I'm at now. Okay? A lot of drivers should be at a higher scale. There's drivers that should be at a higher scale than me. And it went backwards. They either take the greenhorns because they're less money to pay. It used to be they wanted the experience.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying before.
Yeah, and the greenhorns came in and they had to work their way up. I worked a job. The driver was there for 5 years with the same company. I went in as a newbie, but with that company. And as a senior driver, as we're called, with the experience of 30 years, I should have been getting top pay. Then come to find out, this little shit in her 30s is getting paid more than me and only been driving 5 years. I don't care how long you've been with the company. It's the experience. And I'm like, how do you deal with that? You're supposed to be brought in on a level of what you equate to. And they're like, well, I've been here 5 years. Don't care. I've driven for 30. All right? You go out and do what I did. Go cross country. Go this, go that. Then come back to me and talk. All right? So that's the kind of crap that gets you. And then you have the ones that come in that can't understand what you're saying. How can you be driving?
Why are you here?
Right. Well, but why are you driving? Why have you not learned the language if this is the position you wanted? You know why? Because they knew they were just going to be thrown into it. And I don't know, man. I'm just fed up with it. I'm just really fed up with it.
And three people got up that morning.
Yep.
Probably going. I assume I can't watch it. You'll watch it more than I do. I can't. And knowing that somebody lost their life, I can't do it.
And it didn't even affect him.
But what I'm saying is, it could have been a family, or it was
a family
waking up and saying, hey, let's go on a trip, and everybody's happy or whatever. Who knows where they were going? They were all probably happy, and then the next thing you know, they're gone.
If you watched the video, it showed him watching them hit the trailer.
I didn't.
No response. Like dead-eyed.
No death.
Like he just finished a cup of coffee.
Ugh.
Nothing. Standing by the truck where they were trying to take care of the people, the bodies. Just standing there.
Like nothing happened?
Right. And no, he wasn't in shock. Okay? And I don't get it. I don't get it.
Is he being charged? I mean,
yeah, he's being charged.
But is he just going to get deported?
No. Not that I know of.
Because, like, a majority of times they're like, okay, you're getting deported. Bang, bang, bang. That's your penalty.
Well, no, the new guy, the new one, that, I don't want to talk out of turn because I don't remember the whole story. So they chased him down. He beat on an ICE agent, screwed up his shoulder, the ICE agent's shoulder, and took off. Well, they finally got him. Well, guess what?
This is a different incident.
I apologize. Yeah, different incident.
Okay.
I'm just saying an example. They caught him. He's going to jail.
Here.
And when he finishes jail, he's getting deported. So he's probably going to do like 10 years here. And when that's done, he's going back. And that's what they need to do. Frankly, I'd rather them take them and put them in their own prison. But they're not going to do that.
No, because once they get over to their country, they're going to be like...
Try to sneak back.
It depends on the country. They could be thumbing their nose at us.
No.
Like,
Well, the one guy's afraid to go back to his country because they'll kill him.
Who was that? Like,
can't remember. I think it was Venezuela. I can't remember the guy. But yeah, he's scared to death to go back to his country. I don't know, guys. Am I like going off about nothing? Do you think it's nothing?
I think he has every right to go off. I mean, he is a driver. This is his livelihood. I watch what he goes through. To try to keep his driver's license with the DOT physicals and all the crap that he has to go through just to keep it. And he gets so stressed. And I'm like, dude, like, is it worth it? Like, I don't know. And now this crap that, he tells me a lot. Yeah, believe me, I try to keep informed on a lot of stuff. But when it comes to stuff that's going to stress me out, I shut it the hell off. I don't want to hear it.
Well, here's an example for you, okay? I have been driving bus for 15 years. I went to school bus. I had to take the test because I needed my A license or S endorsement. I'm sorry. I already got my S endorsement for school bus. So you got to go through the whole thing again. Even though you experienced, okay, you might think, well, that should be easy then. Now, you got to do the engine compartment. And as you're doing it, they have a script that you have to do. 20 pages. And if you miss one thing, it's a mark against you. Okay? Dude, I've been driving for 30 years. Let me just tell you what the parts are and what could happen if they went. I shouldn't have to go through a script to describe to you what it is. You know what I mean?
So in other words, from driving a tractor trailer or one of those big bus thing,
The charter buses, yeah.
charter buses to
Motor coach.
Okay, to school buses. You have to have a test for like everything, like for each.
No, for the motor coach, I just had to go out, which is normal. That's normal. I had to go out with the supervisor for a road test. Fine, I get it. I understand. You want to make sure people can handle the equipment. School bus, you got to go through everything.
A hell of a lot more.
Everything.
Well, maybe because you got babies on the bus.
You don't understand what I'm saying, right? You don't need to know the engine compartment. All right. If a fan belt breaks, the fan belt breaks. If the compressor goes, the compressor goes.
Right, but if your fan belt breaks, your it depends on if it's a serpentine, your power steering could go. Like, especially if it's a.
But you already do a pre-trip. So if it goes for whatever reason, what are you going to do when you're sitting in the driver's seat? You're going to pull the bus over, lift the hood, and say, oh, call in. Oh, it's a serpentine belt went. Bam. They want you to know the bushings, the knuckles on the steering rods, and all this. Well, the bushings this, the bushing, the knuckles this, the knuckles that. Anyway, long story short, you got to do that and the undercarriage with the drive shaft and everything. What?
You might. See, I'm seeing things differently.
You are. Because
Maybe
you don't
because.
experience it.
Yeah, but no, we're thinking mechanically wise. I mean, you got to know your drive shaft and how it works. Because
No, I'm not talking about
and
that.
if that drive shaft drops.
I'm not talking about that.
Mm,
I'm talking about you got to go by a script.
okay.
You can't just say the drive shaft's what turns the axle, so forth, so on. You got to go by a script. You remember a 20-page script. Okay? So what they did was they broke it down.
Oh, explain what a script is, because a script could be somebody.
You got to say it verbatim. For example, I'm just using an example.
They want to say
My steering wheel is on the left side of the bus, and it turns left and right. Use an example. You better say all of it. Don't miss nothing.
That's stupid.
Don't say they don't use the steering. I'm using it as an example.
Right.
But you need to say every word that's in that script, or it's a mark against you. Okay. The clearance lights and the signal lights, I get that, and that's an easy, simple, not cracked, broken, or missing. Boom, done. But to start getting into, I'm not a mechanic. I know a lot of parts from driving, but to get into depth in the engine compartment, and you, even though you know what can happen with most parts, all right, you got to say their words. You can't, for example, you can't just say,
as the drive shaft drops, this will happen.
yeah, it stops going to drive shaft. I hate the drive shaft. Pain in the ass.
It will be a pain in the ass if it drops.
More ways than one.
Catapult your ass.
I'm trying to think. Oh, if a hose blows, you're gonna lose antifreeze, and the bus is gonna overheat. Instead of just saying it like that, no, they want word for word, whatever way it's printed out, the way they want it said. All right. This is what I'm saying.
Sounds like somebody who was on a power trip wrote that.
I have no idea. Even the guy that trained me is like, I know this is bullshit. He goes, but it's what we got from the state. It needs to be read out this way. It's part of the test. After this, you don't ever have to worry about it again.
Who do you got to read it to?
To the guy that's going to give you your S endorsement.
Oh, no. And he's with the state.
Well, yeah, he's the same as when you go for your driver's test on him.
Oh.
Motor vehicle. He takes you out on the road. You got to do all the crap,
Oh, okay. I got
Alright.
it. I got it. I got it.
Now, to grant you, me being driving for 30 years, he was kind of like, all right, this guy's got experience. Something stupid. He didn't say this. Something stupid. I ain't worrying about it. Something that needs to be taken care of, then there'll be a problem. All right. But
We got way off subject.
no, it's not because it's part of it. So damn well know that these guys aren't going in and taking these tests like this.
No, not if they can't speak English.
Well, even if they can, or even if they have a translator, they're not doing it. Then, 2 years after I got my S endorsement, they dropped the engine compartment to make it easier because they were having a hard time getting drivers. So they took the engine compartment out of the test.
Makes sense.
No, it don't. Not
Well,
when
as
you
long as they know what they. I mean, they dropped the script.
they dropped the whole thing.
Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, excuse me.
Oh my
That's bull-
gosh, she cussed.
You know what? Because he cusses all the time, and I'm like, I give up. I'm not gonna. I can't stop him from cussing.
I'm pissed off.
I understand that.
All right. And then usually when you go in to take the test, they won't make you do both. Either you do the engine compartment or you do the undercarriage, the drive shaft and all that. They don't make you do the whole thing. But you have to learn the whole thing, the wording. So you're kind of relieved because you don't know which one they're going to give you.
Mm-hmm.
But you're kind of relieved when you find out which one it is, but then you're kind of ticked off because you took all the time to learn the other one. So you're sort of like saying you don't want to get hit with like, oh my God, I got to do the whole dang thing. But then you kind of ticked off because you're like, man, I studied for this thing. Give it to me. You know what I mean? But no, it's just.
Okay, so how this guy passed? You know, darn good and well, he did not do that.
He didn't do it.
So.
He didn't do it.
But yet he has a CDL.
Right.
Okay, which he probably couldn't even get. What is mine? A D license? It has a D on it.
Yours?
Yeah.
Has a D on it?
A D, yeah.
I guess.
For a regular driver's
It's been so
license.
long since I had a regular, I don't even remember.
Mine has a D. Driver, D. And then there's something else and agriculture and this and that.
But I mean, I have all my endorsements. Okay? All of them. Which I had to bust my tail to pass the test to get them. And these guys just walk in.
Illegally. And hence there's a family out there who's burying three people.
that is the main thing. I feel terrible for them. I'm personally just ticked off. And I know there's a lot of other drivers that are ticked off. Terrible for them. Terrible. He should have been put away from they already knew he did it. Don't waste our money with trials or anything. Put him away. You're done with him. And that's the way it should be.
Condolences to that family.
Yes, definitely.
Gosh.
And I'm sorry for ranting over that, but
well, no, I mean, if things were done correctly, and California did not give this idiot his license to kill, that's what it is, a license to kill. Those people would be alive today. And we wouldn't have to be doing a video like this.
No.
And
well, we might be, but it wouldn't involve somebody being killed.
Right, passing away or.
But it's just if you don't experience it, you probably don't understand it. Okay, just like I say, go back to being a computer tech, and if they did that to you, or they just had people coming in that had basic skills and took your job. okay, or hit the wrong button on a computer that caused
Nah.
something to happen to people. Okay,
Yeah.
you guys don't think of it that way. If for some reason you think that these people are all being targeted, they're not being targeted. They're having done to them what they should have done to them. They should never been here.
No.
But you can't get over that.
No, we're not talking about the legal
Not the legal
immigrants.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Illegal means you stepped over the line, knowing damn good and well. Or maybe you were flown in, who knows, back then. Maybe you were flown in illegally, and we all know why they were all brought over here.
Yeah.
But and that guy is working day and night, and the ICE officers are finally getting some little heads up of saying, you know what, they're giving them a little bit more power. Thank God. I seen one of my friends on Facebook just got his ICE certification, if that's what you call it. I'm not sure. Yeah, congratulations.
Who's that?
It was a friend on Facebook.
Okay.
So, and well, actually, it was, I think his son had gotten it, but and one of Joshua's friends was supposed to go for that, and I think his dad talked him out of it.
Right.
And that was many years ago.
Well, because they have targets on their back now.
Well, now I think they're giving them a little bit more power, but they should have as much power as,
as they need.
As they need, yeah. Not allowing people to do what they do. And we should not have to have all these people just flouncing over the border, just way, I'm sure it's not now. And if it is, they're sneaky little son of a bitch. Yep, I said it.
No, you didn't.
Son of a beast.
No, okay.
But yeah, I understand what he's going through fully. I understand his aggravation, and like I said, this video was not going to go this way tonight, but he has a right to say what he wants to say, and it's valid. It's a shame. It's valid, and now I see. Even now, he's still in the midst of going for recertification. Recertification? Is that what it is?
Every year, yeah. I gotta get a release.
Now, right now, you're in the midst of recertification, right?
No, it's not. I got my license. It's not recertification.
What is it?
It's renewal.
Renewal. And he's got to go to this doctor, and he's got to go to that doctor, and there's a time schedule on this, and there's a time schedule on that. And then, the doctors don't work with state, right?
What do you mean?
Like if the state gives you a certain amount of time, and doctors don't have an appointment for maybe a day or two later, or don't read the reports until a day or two later,
right?
You're the one who gets screwed.
Yeah.
So I see what he's going through, because we talk about it daily, because this is what's going on now. Currently, he's being recertified. And I see what he goes through, and I'm like, damn, is it worth it? He goes, unfortunately, I got to work until I'm 67. And I'm like, taking early retirement, this is going to get you sick as a dog. I don't know. But anyway, it's a shame, and I see what he's going through. And he's still battling this cold.
Sorry.
and I get that he's so pissed off because of the illegals coming in, or was here, or maybe the companies are still bringing them in under the guise of giving them employment. I'm not sure how it works, but whatever. He's validly pissed off, and as well as everybody else should be. And
But you're going to get along and go, oh, well, what can we do?
I don't know, what can you do? So that's where we stand right now. I mean, this was his video. I get his point. I support him 100%. Him being very pissed off. If it was me, I probably would have went down to Social Security and went on Social Security, and then went to work at, I don't know, Walmart. Well, no, let's not even go there. Let's not even go there. It's just, is it worth the stress? And then you're watching with your own eyes that people who don't belong here coming in. Here's your DOT.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's your driver's license. Oh, here's your truck. Right? Get out on the road. You know what? You kill a couple people. I don't know. It's on you, maybe. The company didn't take no flack for this, did they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they did.
Oh, yeah.
Good. They should.
They're investigating them.
Good. They should.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
Maybe
How many other people they got working for them?
And maybe it'll straighten the other companies up.
They should. Maybe things have changed. Who knows? It's just a shame that it'll be, excuse me, at the cost of 3 innocent people.
Yes.
And
what a shame.
What a shame. God bless them.
Just stupid things like that.
Yeah.
And these companies don't care. They don't care.
Corporate America.
The fine they're going to get.
Freaking love them.
The fine they're going to get is nothing compared to what they make as a company and as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care.
Mm-hmm. And they don't care how much I'm sure they're going to try to give this family a little bit of something.
I don't
Here's
know.
for your heartache. There's no money that can replace not one life. Could you imagine 3 lives?
No.
No. So he has a valid point. Again, you know what? I tell people, please leave it in the comments. If you have anything, excuse me, that you have to say about this, please speak up.
Have you experienced anything with somebody walking in and stepping in your job? Have you lost your job for something stupid?
Whether you're a driver or not, any job.
Have they told you to either take a cut and pay, or they have people waiting in line to take your job?
Yes.
When you're more valuable than what they're telling you are? Don't ever let anybody devalue you. And it's nothing to do with being greedy. You're worth what you're worth.
Yes. Yeah. People work hard to get where they are.
Hey, when I started out, I wasn't looking for anything major. I started out where I should have started out at. And I said nothing because that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
All right? I understood it. That's like these people walking into McDonald's. Oh, I want $20 an hour. You out of your freaking mind. All right? It's a starter job.
This is the new generation. This is a new generation, and then you have the people who are here illegally. I got to keep on saying that because it's true. You can't even have to half of the. Look how long it takes me to order I love my coffee. How long it takes me to order a coffee from frickin' McDonald's because I love their one coffee.
Right.
By the time I get to the second window, my blood pressure's sky high. I look at him. I said, "You want this coffee?" I can't drink it. My nerves are shot.
It's nothing towards them. A lot of them are sweet people,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a hard communication now. And
I'm pretty understanding with barriers with language, but I've become so less tolerant now, just thinking that, you know, you have no right being here.
well, and they think they're entitled.
Entitlement.
They do things that if a normal citizen did, they'd probably be arrested in a heartbeat. But they'll let go so much that they think they're entitled to whatever they want to do.
And we're not talking about the ones who came here legally.
No.
God bless them.
That's been clear, darling.
I know, but I want to keep on saying
You
it.
shouldn't have to. If they've been listening, they know it's nothing towards the legal. It's all the illegal BS.
They need to get the hell out of here faster. Like, where's that? Put them all on a Trump train. Out. Out.
Thanks, I needed it.
All right, we gotta go. I have a headache. I have a bad headache.
I'm sorry for the rant, but it's just that's the way it is.
I have a headache for him. So anyway, please comment if you've ever come across any kind of crosshairs that just rubbed you the wrong way as far as any situation that you had, whether you be a truck driver, or maybe you work in Walmart, or maybe you pump gas, whatever. Let us know. I mean, let us talk, I don't know. With that, I gotta say goodnight. My head is pounding.
Yeah. Good night.
Thanks for the headache.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Please be safe out there. And
good.
Hopefully, our next video will be a little bit more lighthearted. You'll probably be laughing your butt off at us, because me and him trying to put stuff together is hilarious in itself.
And I said what I had to say. So
yeah, you gotta
move on.
He says what he has to say. I don't. But yeah. So please be careful. Be safe out there, and we'll talk to you soon.
Stay aware.
Beware. Have a good night.
Have a good night now.
Bye bye.